Hello and welcome back to Tinker Talks Guns, and it is time for the promised torture test of the Cyelee EDG. EDG stands for Enclosed Duty Grade, and they requested that I test that, so we did. Now, this is a pretty cool optic. The sight housing, the enclosed housing, is sealed and filled with nitrogen. It is cantilevered slightly forward to allow you to have standard RMS pattern mounting screws, which is very cool. And it had the other videos, we go into more detail, but you can see that there is adjustments for brightness, as you would expect. There are 8 brightness settings and 2 settings that are night vision compatible. I couldn't test that because I don't have night vision. It has a side-loading CR1620 battery, very standard stuff, so you don't have to move the optic and change 0 to reload the battery. It's shake-awake, and it has a 7075 aircraft aluminum casing. So, I did do some mildly abusive testing in the range setting where I sighted it in. But today is the true torture test. So earlier today, my minions and I drove out to the Capitol Forest in Western Washington to a public land shooting area and set up and proceeded to torture and test. Before we get into the weeds on that, I'd like to thank my supporters on Patreon. This is very much a shoestring operation, and your contributions help more than you know. I'd also like to thank channel benefactors, those individuals and businesses that have contributed to the channel in so many ways and really helped make it work. And as always, I'd like to thank Rain City Shooting Center for providing material support to the channel. So, the torture testing. Let's have a look. Not particularly torturous, but this is. Oh, I gotta turn it the other way. Still works.
Sick. Any damage to it?
A little scuffing.
That's to be expected.
Seems to have held 0.
I'd call that combat effective at least.
Yep. In case you missed it the first time, let's see how that worked. Oh yeah, that's looking a little rougher. Landed on the optic that time. So here we go. It works when I do. And there go my henchmen to fetch a bucket full of water from the bog, because we are told there is a bog right over there, and we don't want to waste our drinking water dunking the optic. One of the claims is that this optic will not fog up and that it is submersible to I forget the exact spec, something like 30 feet. We don't have water and the bog was not where we were told, so we'll just have to make do. Okay, it works fine. I can't shoot, but it works fine. So, past what we can do for the water test. Now, when the optic gets wet, it does get a little dicier to sight, but it has not fogged up. And it's working fine. Everything seems a-okay. So we were trying to come up with creative things to do for the torture test, and my minion came up with a excellent suggestion. He is going to run his, tell us what you're running.
Flux Raider 365.
He is going to run that through a little course of fire while towing the PSA dagger with the Cyelee Wolf EDG mounted.
Let's just make sure this thing's not loaded.
Absolutely.
Clear.
All right, you may proceed on the beep.
Shooter ready.
Beep. Okay, unload and show clear.
Clear.
All right, please untie the gun.
Oh, that's gonna take a second. Ah. Woo, sorry there, buddy. Oh yeah, this thing's pretty well tied up. I gotta say, initial look, glass, it's not cracked. It's definitely
Dinged up a bit.
worse for wear, but actually not worse for wear because optic works.
Yeah, I can't see it.
It works. I see the dot.
Let me see if I have a magazine ready for you. I should have.
Oh, I have one mostly ready.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, sick.
Here is
Okay.
a loaded magazine for you. And just when you get it out of bondage,
One of these days.
you get it out of bondage, just stick the magazine in and run it on that steel right there for us.
All right. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready on the beep. Beep!
I'd call that zero maintained.
Yeah, I'd call that good. Thank you very, very much, my minion. So basically it passed the torture test with flying colors. One thing we could not do was the full immersion test because, as you saw, the bog was not there as we had been told it was. So there's that. We did wet it down quite thoroughly after much abuse and it didn't fog up. I'm going to call that good enough. As you can see, the optic is in kind of rough shape at this point, and I don't know if you can see it, but there is a scratch up here on the rear window. And this corner, so this corner is what it's supposed to look like. And now this corner looks like this. So there's a significant dent there and various scuffs and scratches all over the optic. So I'm going to call that torture enough. It passes. It maintained zero. It did not break through exceptional abuse. And I'm impressed. And I'm kind of glad it survived because I want to keep using this optic because it's really good. It's not going to stay on the test gun, of course. And for those of you who get pedantic about such things, the test gun does not have sights because this is not a duty or carry gun. And I broke off the front sight in a previous torture test. Now, the only casualty of the test, in truth, was that my mini comp kept unscrewing, illustrating the difference between Loctite Blue and no-name store brand thread locker. They were out of Loctite Blue, so I just used what they had, and it was not good enough. So I'm impressed. And of course, the dagger just keeps soldiering on no matter what we do to it. So I'm kind of impressed with the PSA dagger, too. And yeah, it was a good test. Great result. I'm very pleased. Now, if you are interested in purchasing one of these optics, the manufacturer has provided a code, a discount code, which is in the description below. To be perfectly clear, the optic was provided to me for free for purposes of testing. And if you use the discount code, I get nothing. I am not involved. I do not get any kickbacks or payments if you use the code. The code is just for you to get 15% off on Amazon. So if you want to, go for it. I kind of encourage you to at this point, because if you're looking for an enclosed emitter optic, the price is good. The quality is certainly up to snuff. And the durability is impressive. So I remain a fan of Cyelee. What can I say? Anyway, that's it for this time. I hope this finds you well. Stay safe, take care, and we'll talk to you again real soon.